The ball is spinning, spinning, spinning. Yeah, so we don't have any agenda tonight. So we'll just run through whatever we could think of. Adam 2, the new gimbals.
Yeah. Checkmate King 2. This is what we're covering.
We got you. We're muted over here, and we're almost ready to go here. Let me get the agenda up here. Well, there is no agenda. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and welcome into Drone Nation for February 24th, 2025. The no agenda special show tonight, and of course, the last show of February. I won't say unfortunately, I'm glad to see a cold month like February come and go. It's a short month, but is this leap year this year, or are we just on 28 days?
Yeah, I think it's 20. Yeah, it's 28 days. I'm gonna look. Let me look here. I'll double check. Yeah, 28 days.
We don't want to misinform the public here. So yeah, our regular co-hosts are back. Marcus, DeMarco, and myself, Ron. We're gonna have kind of a no agenda show tonight. I'm on the way to Florida, and I didn't have time to prep a whole lot of stuff. So we're going to kind of wing it here, but we're the experts of that type of thing. The only thing I did throw in the agenda is I want to send a warm and welcome, happy birthday to our friend Al Cicerone down there in Margate, Florida. He had a birthday just this past weekend. They had a giant gala down for him in Florida. I saw stars like Ray Kelly and Alex Escardo and a cast of
all the bigwigs were there.
Yeah, big droners or whatever. So and I don't know. Al's a young man. He probably maybe hit 40 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 40. Same birthday as my brother. My brother had his birthday yesterday too.
Oh wow! Happy birthday!
Same exact age as Al too.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
That was a good day, huh?
Well, evidently.
7 years ago. Yeah.
Hey, Marin.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Brown. Hi, Mr. Crawford. Hi. Mr. Crawford. How many times have I said, if I'm on, don't come in, and they just keep doing it?
It all comes in.
Hey, Rod, I'm going to take over for a second.
The floor is all yours.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
What are you up to, and what you got some things going on? I know. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with Ron and Susan?
Well, we're leaving tomorrow for the South Florida drone meetup. We're going to be the first ones to arrive. They should have a word for the first. They always have a word for who comes the first. What about the first one to get there? But, usually we drive down. But this year we're going to take the auto train from around the D.C. area down to the Orlando area. So it'll be a new experience. I hope to film a bit of it, get some footage of it, because I know those auto train videos get more views than drone videos. That's for sure.
Well, I'm hoping you'll launch a drone. You'll just out the window of the auto train, launch a drone, and
unfortunately, I've already seen a video. Some guy tried to launch it. It's restricted airspace there.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, restricted airspace.
So I'm saying while you're on your way down,
you mean yeah? Well, I don't know. One of the windows still come down. This isn't like the old movies. They may not. Yeah. Well, maybe a moonroof will pop open and whatever.
All I know is I watch the movies about trains, and they're always like climbing up to the roof and running along the roof. So
like a Tom Cruise type of mission.
Yeah. So I was hoping maybe you could do that. Launch the Air 3S from the top of the train or something.
You think of a return to home to a moving train?
Well, you could set it to return to controller. You know how to do that.
Yeah. I'll use the Neo. That's a very capable drone, right?
In that kind of wind, yeah.
So anyway, so we're taking the auto train. And here's the deal: you board at 3. Well, it takes off at 3 p.m. You gotta be there early, get the cars loaded on. But you're there at 3 in the afternoon, and you wake up the next morning in Orlando about 9 a.m. or whatever. So you make it in less than 24 hours, and it sounds good. I may have a whole nother story when we get back, but it sounds good now. So we'll be kind of holed up and sequestered in Jupiter, Florida, until the meetup starts on. Let's see, meetups on the 5th. So I'll be in Stewart on the 4th.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Ron, tell us a little bit about the fleet that you're going to take with you.
Well, of course, even though I'm taking a car, you can take anything you want in the car, but the car is not secured in the train, so it's almost like I'm still flying. Anything that's important to me, like my drones, has to go in my carry-on suitcase to my seat.
Wow.
So I'm still going to be restricted in what I can take. I can
Oh,
tell you what.
gee whiz.
I can tell you what. I can guarantee this, though, Marcus. You can take this to the bag. The Air 3S will be making the trip.
Ooh.
You can take that one to the bag.
I think that goes for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Well, maybe not DeMarco.
that's the
No.
ultimate travel drone, right? It can handle the wind, the elements. It takes great video. It's not quite as big as the Mavics.
Well, I took it with me. I had every intention. I just traveled up to northern Idaho.
But let me
Oh, go ahead.
Marcus. DeMarco, you probably heard this. There's reports of drones as big as a red pickup truck in Idaho or whatever this weekend. New Jersey, we had drones as big as an SUV. Out there, they have drones as big as a
half-ton truck.
Do you know
I
anything
thought it was
about?
a white pickup he was supposed to. I mean, that scene.
Do you know anything about these drones? Did you didn't get a new drone this weekend, did you, Marcus?
I didn't get a new drone. I did get a new truck. It hauled its first load today too, by the way. I went down to Lowe's and picked up 2 brand new toilets
For the home remodel.
Hey. Yeah.
Wow.
Kohler. Yeah.
Nothing much of that.
Well, yeah, I got a pretty good one. Yeah, I got some pretty good ones.
Heated seat.
Well, that's an add-on. That'll come later. And yeah. And when he says heated seat, he's not talking about my truck. He's talking about the toilet.
You did get the heated seats in the truck, though, right?
Yeah. Dr. B says that's a shitty job.
Well, back to your truck. Did you get rid of a vehicle, Marcus?
The Tahoe is gone, and I got to tell you, I shed a tear. I'm not kidding. I love that truck. It really served me well. But
that truck has been on many a drone mission, right?
It's been on many a drone mission. But you wait, you're going to see this Ram on many a drone mission as well. It's a pretty deluxe machine. It's actually more that Tahoe was a luxury truck. This Ram is even more luxurious than that Tahoe was. And this Ram half-ton pickup has more horsepower than my Corvette.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a rocket ship. But anyway, what I wanted to say was I took my Air 3 with me on the trip. So on the way up, we went up right up the center of Idaho, up Highway 95. Dr. B's going to know what I'm talking about there. And, with the intention of stopping and flying. And in fact, Lauren came down that highway. Now that I see Lauren's comment on the thing there, Lauren knows that highway well. But anyway, the weather was just so bad that it wasn't worth stopping and flying. It was raining and snowing, of course, as we got further north. And then the same thing when we came back, we kind of took a little different route back. It was actually 80 miles further, but actually a shorter drive because of the speeds. You stayed more on freeways, and it just wasn't an opportunity to fly. So I was disappointed about that because that was one of my intentions. Everywhere I go, and Ron, I know you're the same way. I don't know about DeMarco, but Ron, I know you always have a drone with you. Yeah. And I do too. Whenever I'm going,
I run into the same problems you do. That winter weather, it deters you flying almost every time you turn around.
Yeah.
Weather. Jay Bird's mentioned a Ram here, an SRT Ram.
Now that would have been so. I didn't know they made an SRT Ram, but what he's referring to is that Hemi engine. So this does not have a Hemi. It's got what they call the Hurricane engine, and it's a twin turbo, 540 horsepower.
We'll get down the road, Marcus.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it'll haul the mail, Ron. Hands-free driving, so you get on the freeway, you take your hands off the wheel, the truck just drives along itself, and it's pretty cool. It's got some pretty cool stuff. What Sarah liked was the massaging seats.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you're on a trip, you hit that massage, and it's got all kinds of different little doodads that it'll do. It's pretty cool.
I'd fall asleep in that seat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
but anyway, we're supposed to be talking about drones.
Wait. Hold on for a second. I was going to say,
DeMarco's a question.
There used to be a RAM that was an SRT, a V10. It was.
Oh, that's right. He's absolutely right. Thank you for that. That is very true. I had a good friend that had one, had an SRT RAM. That was that V10. Yeah. 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 So then they went to
you're only a V8 though, huh?
No, 6.
You're only V6, Marcus. Okay.
No, I'm a straight 6. It's
Straight
an inline 6-cylinder engine. Yeah. And it's got twin turbos. It's so this engine is faster than the normally aspirated Hemis that, everybody wanted the Hemi, and Hemi is a great engine. I'm not knocking that at all. However, this thing is smoother and has a lot more horsepower and gets better fuel mileage.
Easier in the gas, huh, too.
But it sounds like a vacuum. That's
the sound is not well. Let me tell you, DeMarco, you don't hear any sound.
Oh well, you don't. Yeah.
yeah. But no. Well. Like for instance, my Tahoe, when you tromped on it, you heard that V8 rumble, right? And the same thing if you had a Hemi, you would, because I had a Durango RT before that with the 5.7 Hemi, and you would hear that thing rumble pretty good. This Hurricane 6, and I think there's a couple of reasons for that. One, a 6-cylinder engine is inherently smoother. Number one. Number two, those turbos really suppress the exhaust sound.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about drones, are we?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just I don't have an agenda yet. I didn't have time to put anything together, but I do want to just get an overview of. I'm going to run off a few things and then we'll break it down and talk about what interests you. We did have DJI did release 2 new products last week, but sorry, no drones. They released a phone gimbal and a digital mirrorless camera gimbal, and Apple released a new iPhone 16e, which is kind of the new SE, the cheap phone. But the cheap phone is not so cheap anymore. It's like $599 now. But we did get a drone, at the Atom, the Potensic Atom 2. And Marcus has reviewed the Potensic 1. And G-Man, he had a video this morning when he was trying to Potensic 1, but he mentioned other Potensics like a SE. Apparently, he's reviewed them all, whatever.
Yeah, I had the SE as well, Ron.
Okay.
Yeah. And the SE just didn't have a gimbal on it, so it was essentially
it was digital stabilization,
and it actually came before the Atom with the 3-axis gimbal.
Okay.
It's a decent drone. The bit rate is. In fact, I just did a video comparing it with the Specta Mini. I preferred the video quality of the Specta.
I did too.
It's got double the bit rate that the little Atom has. Although the Atom is not bad. I mean,
the Atom is bad. No.
Yeah. It looks okay. The big problem that I have with the Atom is occasional connection issues, particularly with FPV. So your screen will break up, and that just makes it tough.
Is that one of those drones that didn't like your wireless mics?
Oh gosh, people keep reminding me of the wireless mics. So they just recently had a firmware update, so I did a video about that, and I purposely did not use a mic. I just used the mic on the action camera, Ron, and I had to make sure I was near the action camera so that I could, pick up audio.
You couldn't wander too far away on that video.
Yeah, I couldn't wander away from the camera. However, I still had some connection issues with it, so I don't know if that what the reality of that really is.
Can I interrupt just for a second? We've got Joe Fodoli in the chat here. He's got a comment up here at the Gary Foster. Joe Fodoli will be our guest next Monday night on DroneNation. I don't know what date that is, but and he is the first man in America. I'm making stuff up now to install the O4 air unit in a home built quad. So he's going to come on next Monday and tell us about how that build went and how that new air unit performs or whatever. These air units came out maybe about a month ago, the O4, and of course they have the improved signal of the O4, and also they have the better camera. Supposedly the camera quality of the Avata 2 is in these new air units, so that'll be pretty exciting show for the FPV guys.
Well, the other thing is Joe Fotoleo is truthfully, he is flying the finest DJI Avata ever built.
Yeah, I wonder where he got that drone.
Yeah. But what's funny about that is he immediately, after I sent it to him, he replaced all the motors. He did that high output motor replacement thing, and then now I understand that he's. Hey, Shelly. I understand that.
DeMarco just got done saying he tells nobody to come in while he's on the street.
Anyway, so he's actually put you wouldn't recognize the drone now because he put it all on a new frame and everything. So it's an Avata. What's left of the Avata, Joe? Maybe just one of the boards on there. I don't
know. So, anyways, Joe will be with us next Monday night. So yeah, DeMarco, have you got to take a look at this new Atom 2 yet? Some of the reviews and information out there?
No. That is not on my radar though. But what I was looking at today, does Johnny have the V-copter? Mini V-copter?
Well, he's still under NDA on that, so don't say anything on the air or whatever, of course. But
he's got the big one.
Yeah, but I also had a conversation with Johnny today, and I won't reveal anything. But we talked about the new V-copter 2 that there's already kind of a promo out, and it's like website information on it. And this, of course, is a mini. Marcus made the comment. The other one was a full-size drone. This is a mini. We don't know about remote ID in it yet or not, because that's the problem with the current V-copter. You would need to put the module on it, but hopefully they take care of that. We don't know any pricing, release date yet, but I mean, some people have been waiting for these drones. Johnny's been waiting for this for years. Now, Marcus, you got to fly the original V-copter at the last time you went to CES in Vegas.
I have never flown a V-copter.
You got to watch it. Let me backtrack. You got to watch it fly when you went to the CES.
Johnny said absolutely not. He doesn't trust me on the sticks of that V-copter. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, he just doesn't trust me. But I did see it. Yes, you're right. CES. That's interesting, Ron, because that was CES 2020. So 5 years ago is when they at CES introduced that drone. And it was 2 years later before it would finally got in people's hands, right?
Yeah.
But now they've got the mini coming out, and I know somebody that might get one of those for review. So that'll be kind of fun to fool around with.
And now I don't think we mentioned that the little V-copter is made by the same folks that bring us the Hover. Name that. That's got a funny name.
The Hover Air X1 Pro Max. I give them a hard time about that.
The Hover, and the name of that company is what though?
00 Robotics.
00 Robotics or whatever. And what intrigues me about this new V-copter is all that great tech that's in the Hover Air Max Pro one that you have, Marcus, like 8K, amazing tracking abilities. Do you think a lot of that tech or some of that technology will make it over to this V-copter? If it does, that's kind of an interesting proposition, isn't it?
It might be pretty cool, Ron. So we'll have to see. There's a lot to like about that, and plus that whole sub 250 category is so important. I hear people talking about the Atom 2, and everybody's trying to capitalize on that. I know Richard says he likes his Atom 2, yes. And he kind of gave me a hard time about not just going out and buying one. Potensic they've always sent me drones for a review. I have a feeling that all I do is show my experience. But when I got that original Atom, had a lot of connection issues with it, and I showed those in my videos. So I have a feeling that that's why I didn't get the Atom 2, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't say that for certain. Yeah. However, whatever's fair, but I don't think I want to buy one because here's the deal: I would just fly that drone for review only, Why would I ever fly it any other time? I mean, I've got the Mavic 4 or the Mini 4 Pro, etc.
Yeah.
So, that's why I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a drone that I would fly to, just to make it do a couple of review videos, and then it'd sit on the shelf back here.
And plus, you got to save money for that V copter. I'll go back to
Well,
DeMarco.
I'm sorry, Ron. Well,
I'll go back to DeMarco. DeMarco brought the V copter. Is that V copter mini something that didn't interest you, DeMarco?
I think so. Not the big one though, but like the mini.
Yeah, the mini. Yeah.
Yeah. If the price is right, definitely yes.
So there was one more point I wanted to make about the Atom 2, Ron, and that's the fact that my experience with Potensic drones. So I'm going to purchase a drone that I can always say almost certainly is going to be problematic. All the previous drones, and I've been flying Potensic since the Dreamer and all those Dreamer 4K and all those.
Dreamer, yeah.
They've all had connection issues and things like that. So why would I think that this Atom 2 would be any different? And if they sent me one for review, that'd be great. I'd love to try it out. But I'm not sure I want to spend my own money on one of those.
I definitely see your point.
Anyway, that's my whole finished thing, my thought. And I'm sorry I interrupted you, DeMarco. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Excuse me. This was sorry.
We'll go back to DeMarco again. DeMarco, what would, the V-Copter Mini is going to be an interesting drone, but what do you think something like that should be priced at? Like, okay, the problem with the original V-Copter is, like, I remember Brian Singleton, he's one of the few people stuck in and never canceled the order. He got it for like $699, but after that, it was like $1,200-$1,300 to buy it or whatever.
Right.
I mean, and to me, that's why the drone was never really a success, because
it was too much.
Even by the time it got out of specs were old or whatever. How much would you be willing to pay for a V-Copter Mini, or what do you think a fair price would be, or not even fair
for a Mini?
What price point do they need to be at to actually sell some units?
$399 copter only, and then for the batteries for a Fly More kit, I wouldn't go past $699. I mean, that's pushing it.
Yeah, maybe $599.
$599.
And of course, we know the original one didn't have 4K, so this one obviously had to be updated to at least 4K.
Depends on the specs, doesn't it, DeMarco? What are they going to bring to the table? That's the important part.
Yeah, I liked it though. When Johnny brought his out,
yeah,
that was a cool thing. I thought it was cool. Now was it groundbreaking? No, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think the groundbreaking thing was it got so much flight time. Remember that thing, since you're only using two props or two arms, it flew for like a real long time. Even back then, when the DJI drones were only flying for less than 30 minutes, that thing was flying for 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'll say about 00 Robotics, and my only experience is with this Hover Air that they sent me. But it is a high quality product. When you handle it, gives you the same impression of quality that a DJI product is. And so I have expectations that this V-Copter is probably going to be pretty good. And like my friend Ron says, never pre-review anything. But again, based on what I've seen with that, with the Hover Air, it'll probably be a pretty decent product.
And really, guys, we're at the stage now where, of course, DJI is fighting these supposed drone bans or whatever, and then you have your second tier drone makers like the Atom, and so on. But really, outside DJI, the only other company releasing premium consumer drones is 00 whatever, right? I
agree.
The hovers. I mean, whether you think the Hover is better or worse than the DJI Flip or Neo, it's right there. It's in the same quality category as DJI's entries, whatever. And the camera specs are right there with DJI on these drones. I mean, the tracking's right there. So, I mean, if they were to release a V-Copter 2 Mini, whatever, if the same quality holds there, they'll be the only other company but DJI releasing a high performance consumer drone.
So, Ron, let me expand on that just a little bit. So, one of the issues with the original V-Copter that we first saw, again, the prototype in 2020, and when they finally released it, it still had camera technology from 2020, right?
Yeah.
Where everything else had moved on.
Yeah.
But that V-Copter like Johnny has, if it had had a more modern camera on it, it would have, trust me, I think it would have really been a player.
Eric said by the time it came to market, it wasn't even offering 4K 30, and that was the minimum that you'd be selling a drone for at that point, at the, especially at the price point they were trying to sell it at. Hey, I want to say to Bob Casey, he flew the first time in 6 weeks. Pneumonia knocked him down. I want to say, Bob, I'm sorry to hear you were so sick, and I hope you kicked that pneumonia in the butt there. I know that's tough to get over. So, thoughts and prayers, Bob.
Yeah.
And Bob's in Kentucky, right?
I think so.
Because that's where they had that terrible flooding the other weekend.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
But Bob, if you're in Kentucky, tell us if I'm
give us a thumbs up.
If I'm all wrong, tell me I'm a dummy.
So he's a Bears fan.
Yeah.
But anyhow, like I said, if 00 Robotics does release it again, there's not many outside of people releasing $300 entry level drones. There's really nobody else in the market but DJI and 00 Robotics now.
Well, maybe. Autel, of course, it's an older product.
I don't know. I don't almost count the Nano and Lite because they're almost old as the V-Copter one.
They are. They've been out for a long time. That's.
Not to say they're not still good products. They're still good products, but they're still selling them. But I mean, again, they're not really. They haven't released a new consumer drone in 3 years. So I mean. Yeah. That's a long time to set one model in the drone business, but yeah. So hey,
will it be $399? Do you think? I mean, that's what we all think it should be.
Because the hovers are kind of overpriced. People think
the hovers are expensive, and like Ron has said numerous times, I know a lot of people that have the hover. I don't know anybody that bought it.
Right, only people said it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid the V-Copter Mini, the same thing. It'll probably overprice itself, especially compared to the specs. I mean, it'll probably be like you said, $399. I bet you that thing's double that. I bet you that. Well, I'm a double, but I bet you things like $700 or whatever with a controller and one battery or whatever, and I'm sure they won't release a smart controller. It's going to be flying with your phone.
Hey, so Lauren just messaged me, and he said, yeah, he's sure that there was a V-Copter Mini at CES, and there was. I remember it too, but it was a little more than just a mock-up. It wasn't really any kind of a finished product.
Wasn't it glued down to the stand? Like you couldn't pick it up, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain
Ray. Kelly said it's a beautiful RAM, Marcus.
Thank you, Captain Ray.
Hey, there's a buddy of mine who's looking for a drone. He texted me Saturday, and he texted me said he wants a mid-level drone. So I texted him back, and I said, "Oh, a mid-level drone is an Air,
yes,
3S." I told him the cost. Air 3 too. Excuse me. I told him the cost, and he's like, "Oh, how about something less than that?"
Okay, I got an answer for you, but I want to hear what you say.
First one I sent him was the Mini 2. Excuse me, the Mini 4K. Sorry. The second that I sent was the Mini 3.
How about the Air 2S? The Air 2S.
Oh, yeah, but are they still selling that though? I mean,
I think you might get it as a refurb. You wouldn't get it new.
I mean, that's a good drone.
Oh yeah, 1-inch sensor and all that, and you could pick them up for, I think, around $600.
Would your friend buy a used refurb drone, DeMarco?
I think he would. Yeah. He's a high class guy. He's an attorney. So
yeah, Richard said the same thing. Air 2S, and DJ Lee said Air 2. Yeah,
object to him.
Yeah. I mean, again, as long as you don't mind getting a used refurb type product, Okay. It's still good drones.
I'll tell him that then. Yeah.
Many drones are fun.
I mean, I don't know what too high, but Marcus, would you recommend the Air 2S over the Mini 4 Pro?
No, but there's one probably in many ways I would rather have the Air 2S, but the reason I would be tilted towards the Mini 4 Pro is flight time, battery time, and flight time. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And of course, buying new, you got the support and care refresh all. You get the used drone. Something happens, you're
Age too, maybe.
yeah, you got to pay for all
Updates.
your.
That's
Stuff
the other
like that.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
being able to get batteries and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, well, had some good options. Like I said, on the low end, mini 4K, and you, like you said, the Mini 3. That's still supported or whatever. That's good options. Yeah.
DJ Lee brought up another good point. It depends on the wind too, because that Air 2S was just amazing in the wind.
Yeah.
I flew that thing in some gale force winds, and it never.
Better than the Mini 4 Pro in the wind. The Mini 4 Pro is the king of the minis in the wind, but still not up to the air level.
Still not up to what the Air 2S. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What's the flight time for that Mini 4? About the same as the other ones, or the 3?
Yeah,
well,
I think
if you use the regular battery, it's only like like it says like 34 minutes. But if you use the Pro battery or the then you get it like 40 minutes or whatever.
42 or something like that. Yeah. As long as you want to fly, I can tell you that.
Yeah, you're bored by the time the Mini 4 Pro battery runs out. You're kind of bored.
Yeah.
You're ready to land. Yeah.
Listen, everyone was talking about gimbals, but here's something exciting that's come out just the past couple of days. I think I posted this in DroneNation. I don't know if you guys saw it. The Pocket. I don't have the Pocket. Pocket's already packed up. Whatever. The Pocket 3 got a firmware update that added. Okay, you could always zoom in. You could always digitally zoom in 2 times on the Pocket 3, and it looked okay. Now they've added a lossless 2x zoom. So what that means is, even though it's digital, it has enough resolution there that you don't lose any video quality, bumping it up 2x.
See, that whole concept of lossless digital zoom, I don't understand it, Ron, because no matter what you're doing, you're cropping in on that sensor, and you have less sensor to capture. So is it when they say lossless, are they doing some kind of software magic in there, or what?
I can't explain all the technology, but Apple's been, that they like a couple of their camera functions where they say they mentioned the lossless zoom when you could zoom in a certain thing, you don't lose any pixels or anything going less. So I don't know the magic. I mean, behind the scene or whether how much it crops it, but if you're zooming in, you don't mind losing. You don't mind cropping in because you want to get closer.
So Lauren is telling us it makes twins out of the pixels.
There you go. And also, let me complete the so not only can you have the lossless 2x zoom, and then you have the regular digital zoom. Well, you can go in, you can hit the lossless zoom going 2x, but you could digitally go that to 4 times.
Oh wow.
So somebody remember we had Bob Dempsey on the show. He got the pocket to go to Africa,
right?
To do all the
safari.
Disappointed because that thing was so far away. Something like this, Bob could have really used.
Yeah.
So I already did the update, and I mean, I've only looked in the house, but it looks good in the house. There's a whole bunch of videos out there where people use it out in nature, and I mean, even people pixel peep. It's not as good as the 1X, but it's darn good. And I've seen people do it side compared to the digital to lossless to, and it looks night and day better. So I mean, unless you're filming professionally or something like that, it's going to be good enough for B-roll in a drone video. That's for sure.
There you go.
So anyhow, if you've had the Pocket, get this update, and also it fixes. This is a photographer term. Most people don't go focus breathing, where the camera like kind of goes in and out a couple times for a focus, so it improves on that focus breathing. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was even an issue in the thing, but it improves on the focus breathing if you have that. I usually don't do the type of filming where I have to worry about focus breathing.
So, Ron, let me ask you: you don't use manual focus, and or you're always in autofocus?
Yeah. I don't even know if device like that, that only has one physical lens, even has manual focus.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember.
I mean, outside maybe tapping the screen to get on a certain point, but manual focus, you're in a cabin, you're adjusting the lens yourself. I mean, there's nothing to adjust.
So does
you could pick a spot. You could
right.
like you could tap the focus, but I don't think there's quote what do you want to say? A manual focusing on.
Does it have focus peaking?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I may be exposure peaking though. It may not be focus peaking.
Oh, exposure sure.
peaking, which is the more popular of the two.
Right. Yeah.
So,
did you guys get the what is it, Osmo 7?
I have not ordered. I may have looked at everything, and I haven't even figured out yet whether the Osmo 7 is better or the Insta360 Flow Pro 2 is better. They're both. I think the one's $10 more, the Flow Pro, but I mean it's hard. I've seen a couple of people do side by sides, and I know one girl I watched a lot. She preferred the Flow Pro, but I haven't determined which is the better one to get. And I have the 6, so I don't really. It just be incremental upgrade for me.
Yeah,
I've still got the 4 DeMarco. I don't know if I even need to upgrade it. I thought about it. If I could have got the extension on the non-pro version, what they call the OM7, they had a
SE or
Anyway, I probably would have. It's $89. I probably would have bought one.
Yeah, and the non-pro 7 doesn't have the extension thing. That's like
doesn't have the extension.
That's only like $80 or whatever.
Yeah, it was one of the features that I wanted. Hey, Stevie just joined us, and he brought up a point here. He says he has concerns about investing in a DJI drone in 2025, and I think I know what he's getting at. DJI is struggling to get drones into the country. So let's say you have Care Refresh, you crash your Mavic 4 when it comes out or whatever. Even with Care Refresh, are they going to be able to send a replacement drone to you? Can they get it in the country so that you can have a replacement drone? So those are things that we all have to think about.
I look very hard to find Stevie's comment, and he's got a bunch.
Yeah, I'll put it up here.
Not the one you just mentioned.
Yep, right here.
Excuse me.
Stevie, I agree with you. People talk about Jaybird asked a while ago, we do anything in the Mavic 4, and all I can say is I think Jasper posted a nicer looking picture of the Mavic 4 over the past couple of days, but no information. But no, I share Stevie's concern. The Mavic 4. I'm making no plans right now or whatever. Not getting excited for the Mavic 4 because I don't know if I'll be even able to get it in New Jersey. And if I can't get it direct from DJI, whether I'll be able to get it from some like a BHS or Ad Robin type seller. So I mean, I'm just going to sit back and let this whole. I won't be ordering the Mavic 4 Pro, whatever on day one. I will not order the day.
I have a solution for you.
Mm-hmm.
Drive up north, go see Gary Foster.
Yes.
And buy one up there in Canada, and then drive home.
Yeah. I'm not up much up for long. I'm not a long drive guy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna be a no-go. Whatever. Me driving, hundreds of miles. Yeah.
Looking at the competition out there, I would still take my chances with DJI. Man.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, but it's something you have to think about. Yeah.
Mr. Lee said about DJI, why not build an American manufacturing facility? I saw a video from Russ over at 51 Drones where he used that Gronk. That's like an AI chatbot type of thing. And he asked it about that or whatever, about the American. That's one. He asked Gronk a whole bunch of questions, but he asked about that. And then the problem is that would take, even if they decide to do that today, that'd be a couple years away.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a fact.
So that's no solution for the Mavic 4 or any of the upcoming drones that you're looking forward to this year.
So, I know we've talked about this before, but what we could be facing, even if nothing else happens with DJI, if they continue to have all these problems being able to import drones into the U.S. and getting them through customs, we are faced with fly what you got. And, we may be flying the Air 3S for years to come because that's all we got.
Yeah. Luckily, we have great drones right now.
Well, the problem is not flying them. I mean, they'll still be good a couple of years from now, though. But if you crash one, that's what you had said earlier. That's the hard part.
Right.
There.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, in that thing, Russ even talked with Gronk about them even grounding our existing DJI drones.
That'd be tough. I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't just wave a magic wand and do it, but boy, oh boy, that'd be tough. Yeah.
Hey, look, Captain Joe's already jumping ship from the Mavic 4 to the new VCOP. The VCOP
I believe.
And VCOP, and I'll order the VCOP if I can't get the Mavic 4. I'll order the VCopter because of course, our government either so dumb or just it's all biased against DJI. Other drones like FEMIs and other Chinese drones, they just show up in 2 days or whatever. You know
what the problem with that is? They're not DJI.
Yeah, exactly. They're made in China, but it's a Chinese threat.
No, I get it, Rod.
There's only one drone company that's a real Chinese threat. Well, they all tell somebody ratted out all tell, so they made the list too. But it's going to take a long time before one of those knuckleheads in Washington figures out that the V-copter is a Chinese drone.
Yeah.
And the way they're laying off people, it won't be anybody even there to put them on the list.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. So, Ron, you're forgetting about the other American drone company, EXO. Are you going to buy an EXO drone?
We haven't heard much about EXO lately.
They just keep selling new versions of the Hubsan Ace Pro or whatever. They call it the Black Hawk 2, the Black Hawk 2A, and they just, it's the same drone.
No.
Until Maxwell said that we see 51's drop middle level late to the game. Good comment. Has EXO reached out to you lately, Marcus?
No, and I'm not even worried about it. No.
Yeah. So right now we'll go around and thing here. I'm a right now. I'm a no on the Osmo Mobile 7 Pro. I'm a no on their other gimbal, their camera gimbal. I'm a no on the Atom 2. What else? I'm a no on anything that got announced recently. No buy zone. I'm
gonna say. Oh, go ahead. Were you gonna go, DeMarco?
Go ahead.
I'm going to say maybe on the OM7, and I've learned to never say never. I'm going to say maybe on the Atom 2. The thing that would motivate me to order an Atom 2 is I kind of feel like I've done so many Potensic videos that I kind of owe it to my viewers to follow up with something like that. So I'm still kicking that one around. And then the Mavic 4, I will almost certainly order that because, like our friend Mike Wright says, it may be the last prosumer DJI prosumer drone that we're able to purchase. So that's where I'm coming from.
DeMarco?
Yes, on the V-copter Mini. No on the rest of the Atoms. No, definitely no on Atom. The Mavic 4, that's a tough one. I'll have to see. But just, how do we get here?
Well, boy, we've been asking that question a lot lately, haven't we, DeMarco? Yeah.
Now with the like what we were talking about earlier with the Minis, the Mini 3 and the Air 2S, just the fact that those are hard to come by is just mind-boggling to me. When I was telling my friend, I didn't tell him that, hey, maybe get it now before you can't get it. I didn't mention that to him, because it didn't really cross my mind.
Yeah, it's a funny conversation. Hey, and I forgot you mentioned the V-copter. I forgot to say I'm a yes on the V-copter at least until I see the praise. I may go from a yes and no, yes to a no quickly if I see a praise. Hey, Stevie's got a comment up here. I know talk about Casey. I'd rather buy my drones from Best Buy, like the option to just walk right in. We had Chris Hope on a show about 2 weeks ago, and Chris said he went to his Best Buy to the drone counter. They had a little sign saying they weren't selling DJI drones anymore. Well, I think just the past 24 hours, over at All Parts of Drone Facebook group, I saw one of the members actually post a picture of the sign at Best Buy. It said it's like just like the words that we're not selling, DJI drones here anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to walk into my Best Buy and check that out just to see, just for the heck of it. Yeah, but like I'm with you, DeMarco. I'm kind of like, how did we get to this point? You know what?
Yeah.
It's crazy. We're supposed to be a country, freedom of choice, etc. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, and we're supposed to be a country of basically kind of facts and stuff like that. And here, a drone company is getting banned for an allegation that can't be proven in court.
Exactly.
Or hasn't been proven in court. We'll say, well, I'm going to say it can't be proven in court because if it could be proven in court, they'd already probably be in court.
It'd be done.
The reason you'll never see it in court because they know they can't prove it.
There's some powerful people with an agenda. That's all you can say there, huh?
Yeah. Ray Kelly's got information. He said the Mavic 4 is coming soon.
I've heard the same thing.
Ray, could it be coming soon to the South Florida Drone Meetup on April 5th at Jensen Beach, Florida Pavilion? At what, starting at sunrise on that Saturday morning and going until whenever after all the prizes are given away? Is that am I doing a good job on the promo, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm doing a great job on the promo.
So that Mavic 4 could be one of the giveaways that day.
Yeah. That's gonna be quite an operation. Let
me something going. I want you to predict. DeMarco uses it as a prediction, but I'll let Marcus predict this time. When I go to the South Florida Drone Meetup on April 5th, will I see a Mavic 4 flying around that day?
No.
I will not. Okay.
My sources say yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, by the way, don't forget to tune into Captain Ray's show on Thursday night. I understand he's going to have a really, really very interesting guest.
Big time guest on, huh?
Big time guest, yeah. This coming Thursday.
Johnny?
Wow.
Johnny? No.
Marco?
No. It's soccer night for us.
Probably that Idaho quadcopter guy.
Maybe.
Oh, that guy.
We bring the truck on the show with you?
Yeah. I
wish the show from the truck.
I'll tell you, that truck has more technology in it. I sat in it yesterday for about an hour just setting everything up, right? You got to go through the whole menu system and set up all your preferences for everything. It takes a little bit of time. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It actually may be a drone. It may be technology in there for it to fly.
Yeah. It's got a 14-inch display in the center stack.
Does it have 1,000 nits?
It's pretty bright. but then the passenger has their own display.
Yeah.
But you can't see it. No, it's big, but you can't see it from the driver's side. Oh yeah, you DeMarco, you saw it. Yeah. You can't see it from the driver's side. They don't want the driver looking, but the passenger can plug into it with their phone and watch a movie or something, and
watch a video from the Idaho quadcopter channel.
They could watch an Idaho quadcopter video. Yeah.
Does it have
DeMarco sat one? He was at the auto show. Yeah.
Hey, Steve,
does it have streaming apps, Marcus?
It does. And you know what? I'll tell you, DeMarco, I have never been tempted to order Wi-Fi on a vehicle before.
Oh.
But this, it's like $140 a year or something like that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's doable. The ones in the past have always been like $50 a month for like Wi-Fi in my Tahoe or something. Well, that's crazy. I wouldn't, but I don't know, 150 a year might be worth it.
Once you get that though, you have to have it though, because with Shirley's car, with our long trip to Michigan or back to Chicago, the kids love it.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah. So you have it in your Toyota. Yeah. Well, that's perfect for kids. Yeah. Anyway, we got off of drones.
Stevie's saying here that when B&H Photo first put the Air 3S on their site, he put it on his watch list. They ended up removing it from the website and email. The email said that Air 3S is no longer available. So it's not just Amazon. It's tough to get these things. It said B&H Photo, Adorama, all those kind of online camera stores also have trouble stocking it. So again, getting a current DJ. And if you go on, Mark's had this conversation. If you go on Amazon and look for older drones that came out last summer, they're already not available on Amazon, or you can't buy them from Amazon or DJI. You have to buy them from a third party reseller who's usually bumping the price up a little bit because they're adding on memory cards and drone backpacks. So again, you can't really buy this stuff on Amazon, again, directly from DJI or even directly from Amazon.
So Ron, the Air 3S, there's still a page for it on Amazon. Oh no, you can buy it. Add to cart now, and it's coming from Adorama. It says.
Yeah, but try to find it coming either from DJI or Amazon themselves.
Well, I understand, but I'm just saying that.
What's the price point on the one from Adorama?
$11.99, and that is just a special Adorama version, right? With the RC-N3 controller and like a backpack and some other.
They're upselling you. That should be $1,099. They're upselling you with that stuff, so you pay $100 more to get a backpack you don't want.
Yeah, and it does. What I'm not seeing, Ron, is there's no Fly More kit or anything like that.
They come and go. Sometimes you'll find them, but they're marked up. They're not what the price would be the DJI website.
Yeah.
So not good. It's not good.
Yep. I just figured it'd be worth a look just to check and see.
Yeah. I hope that changes someday, but for right now, and again, I think the Mavic 4 will be the same way. Be hard to find on Amazon. If you do, they'll be marked up, be sold by a third-party seller.
Hey, Ron, while we're live here, I'm going to go to Best Buy's website and just check that out, too.
Because we know they're not selling the store. Ray Kelly said Stevie may be able to win an Air 3S at the South Florida Drone Meetup.
There's one available there, yeah. That was actually good timing that Ray was able to actually get that for the raffle, because probably be tougher to do right now.
Yeah. Bill's saying DJI got in trouble because they were selling the release drones early at Best Buy.
Oh, that's possible. They still have drones for sale. I see the Mini 3 Standard, the Mavic 3 Pro is still available. And then they got a couple of refurbs, but I do not see the Air 3S. And the only Mini 4 Pro I see is a refurb. So, there you go.
Did you look at Lauren's comment in the chat here? He's referring to DJI. Guilty with no chance of being innocent.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's sad. I know. It's crazy. It's just nuts. Yep. Yeah, I'm afraid you're right, Gary.
Intel Maxwell Rhoda says, I see the V-Cops as a tool for cinematic production, more like a nostalgia drone because of look anything else.
How do we know? We haven't seen the Mini yet. Now, I agree with him on the original V-Copter simply because it doesn't have the camera that you would need for that. But the Mini, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't know what comment, but Lawrence agreed with you on something.
I think he was agreeing with me on that we may see the Mavic 4 at the Florida Drone Meetup.
Oh.
Mavic 4 Pro will probably be released when you're on cruise, Marcus.
I'm expecting you to bring one to Florida for me, Mike.
Will you be able to order from the cruise ship, Marcus?
I probably could. Have it delivered to Johnny's house, and Johnny could bring it with him.
You're leaving when, Marcus, for the cruise?
We leave on the 20th, and I think our cruise departs on the 22nd.
Okay.
We're flying to San Juan and leaving from there. Get on the cruise there. Then we get back to San Juan, and then to get to I'm flying into West Palm, but we got to fly to Charlotte and then back down to West Palm. So it's planes, trains, and automobiles.
Ray Kelly says he got a super special guest this week.
I'm definitely going to tune in.
I will too. That's a must.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Baseball starts for us this weekend, the first tournament. So
really?
Yeah. Doja.
Travel ball.
Travel ball though. So the first tournament starts this weekend. The last one will be July 1st or something like that. Yeah.
What? So the first weekend there's not snow in the ground. They're playing ball.
Yeah, it was 65 here today, and it was -8 last week, -8 like last Wednesday or something like that. So
Wow.
yeah.
We really warmed up here too. We've been battling snow. We got to 60 degrees today.
Yeah.
We may have had our warmest day of the year so far. I think it hit the upper 40s or something.
Yeah.
And it felt, but the sun was out, so it actually even felt warm. Not just some days the thermometer says it's warm, but it's cloudy and windy and still feels cold. But this day it actually did feel kind of warm.
Yeah, Brad Ariels, Gary, you are absolutely right.
I'm going to try to get down the hill. I'm probably a million comments behind.
Yeah.
I don't see which one.
Oh, no, it was the one you just had up there. He said it better be a long drive if you're going to watch an Idaho quadcopter video.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alfonso Leo, he's got a pretty hot looking truck. He's got that little Maverick, that little Ford Maverick.
oh, that's a nice truck. Yeah.
That is nice. Yeah. Auntie has one of those. Loves it.
Huh. Somebody couldn't get Christopher Henry. He couldn't get a Mini 4 Pro shipped to North Carolina. Used the address in South Carolina. Was able to work around restrictions.
Isn't that something? It's crazy. I haven't had any problems getting them here in Idaho either, but it's certain locations that they just can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
that's an idea too, Lauren. Yeah. I actually have an Amazon Canada account. So
really? Okay. Yeah. Probably a gold account.
Yeah. Yeah, and John, I've been talking to John, and he just recently built a new computer, and just getting parts is insane, and trying to get a hold of a GPU is it's like he said, it's impossible. So places like Newegg, they're having contests to give you the opportunity to buy a GPU. You don't win a GPU, you win a chance to buy one.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. John just put out a video with a kind of a new style device for charging up his drone batteries.
Well, it's just a battery is what it is.
It looks like a big battery.
It's a lithium battery. So you have to, as opposed to like a power bank, it doesn't have, all the it just has a couple of posts on there, and he has to use his battery charger. But what he's saying is the gist of his video is it's a lot cheaper to buy one of those than it is a power bank.
And you can use that in the field too.
And you can use it out in the field. Yeah. And it's a lot lighter too. The other thing.
Yeah. He showed it fitting in like a backpack or whatever.
Yeah.
And Ryan Duvall, what's Ryan? RD Drone Reviews?
Yeah, RD Drone Reviews. Yeah.
He finally got his flight test and his weather broke. He flew that Huyton. Is that how you say Huyton drone? Did you review?
Oleton, yeah.
Oleton 570 or something, H570. And he's pretty happy with it.
HT 70 or whatever. Yeah. It's not a bad little drone.
Yeah. Bill says Best Buy has a lot of refurbished drones on sale. So they're probably what they are, the returns.
Yeah, I've heard that Best Buy refurbs are a little bit
hit or miss.
The way they say.
You might get a good one, you might not. Yeah.
Let's see here. If it doesn't get held up in customs, darn customs guy. Mark West said you should be able to buy it in DJI shop in Puerto Rico.
Well, Puerto Rico is the United States, so I don't know. Yeah.
Bob Casey's wife celebrating a 42nd anniversary day after tomorrow, February 26th. Well, congrats, you.
Happy anniversary.
You young lovebirds.
42, man. I wasn't born yet.
I said some people haven't been alive that long, huh? Joe, I built one in November and got an okay deal in the TX
4070 Supers. That's a great card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny's saying that the Power 1000 is back on sale again. So
Oh, really? That low price of like what, $399 or
449. He's saying, yeah.
449? Huh. Yeah. So let's see here. Who else here? I guess we're gonna start winding up here in a few minutes. Kind of a short show tonight. I still got some last minute pat. Well, you guys can. I'm gonna leave in a couple minutes, but you guys can keep chatting away.
Let's, you know, we're at the top of the hour, Ron. I'm okay with calling it a night.
Let's see if we missed anything in the chat here.
Yeah.
Bill Drake, who loves his Tundra Limited Hybrid 4x4.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Hybrid. So yeah, so it's going to be a good show next week with Joe Fodalia and that 04 Air unit. Richard's saying the tariff from Canada 25% next week. So I guess I'm not going up to Canada to buy a drone, Marcus.
Hey,
Well,
get your toilet paper too while you can, though.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't want to get stuck with a duty. Yeah, Johnny Powell. We have to, Johnny, you're right, but I see the Power 1000 go on sale, and 8 hours later it's not on sale anymore. So they're kind of a flash sales, I think. So Johnny's saying 449. So I'm going to go around the room here and see if anybody has any last minute thoughts or comments or whatever before we go. DeMarco, you have anything for us that you want to bring up?
You'll get Ron. Have a safe trip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Marcus, MU.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while before I leave, but hey.
Well, hey.
Next time you see me, I'll be streaming live from South Florida, DeMarco.
You're going to be all tan, Ron.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe I won't have my first tan by next Monday night.
Oh, tan. You got your tank top on, your hat on. Yeah.
Hey, you know, I haven't. I did Saturday. I did a couple of drone jobs. I haven't flown a drone for pleasure this year yet, just because the weather is so. Even Saturday, even though it was a semi-nice day, I mean, it still was under 40 degrees. I mean, I was flying from inside the car or whatever. But you know, again, I haven't flown for pleasure all year. So
hey, I said it before, Marcus. Hats off to you, brother. I can't do it.
Yeah.
In the cold weather.
But by the end of this week, I'll be flying outdoors, DeMarco. You know, I'll get my first pleasure flight of the year in.
I just love to fly. So, you you give me a hard time for flying in the cold, DeMarco. But
I'm not giving you a hard time. But like, man, it is brutal.
It is. Yeah. It can be. That I will totally agree. We are getting to the point now that we are knocking on the door of spring, and I've said a million times, the two of my favorite times of the year, and especially for flying drones, is spring and fall. So, man, get revved up, folks. And I realized we were kind of gloom and doom on the show today, talking about DJI, etc., and their issues. However, we still have a lot of great drones, and it's so much fun. Get out there and fly and have a good time. That's my intention. I've just been kind of planning out different drone flights because we've got some good weather coming up. So I expect all of the rest of you are going to be doing the same thing. And Ron, of course, will be in sunny Florida doing that.
As soon as I get off that train in Florida, I'll start to get some flights in or whatever. So congrats to Mike Wright. He's on 42 years. No, him celebrated 44th 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, nice. Congratulations, Mike.
Yeah, we got some good married folks here.
You know what would be nice is to meet Mike's wife. He comes to all these drone meetups. He never brings his wife.
Never brings her with him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Joe Foley says the Power 1000 toy I never knew I needed until I got one. There you go. Well, Joe, you could tell us about that next Monday night too, Joe.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. Ray Kelly's got a comment. Du Bois Park is all repaid for you, Ron. Wow. And see, I call that Du Bois Park is my secret spot in Florida. You know, Ray's got all these secret spots. My secret spot is Du Bois.
So Ron, you discovered that park. You were the guy that discovered that was the place to fly to the lighthouse out there. The
Jupiter Light.
Jupiter Lighthouse. Yeah. Yeah.
And so far, we've never got busted by the security yet.
Well, I don't know. Was there anything illegal about it?
Well, large groups of all that. Well, like at the pier or
Oh,
whatever.
At Juneau
Yeah,
Pier. Yeah,
large,
yeah,
large groups of
yeah,
people,
yeah,
whatever. So,
yeah.
but so far we've been good over
I
there.
think it's. I think it's
Oh, go ahead, DeMarco.
Dubois, Ron. To Dubois.
Well, the local. I agree with you. However, the locals pronounce it Du Bois.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
all right.
I'm with you. I would pronounce it Dubois as well. But
Well,
Same.
Ray and I went in. They have this house there. It's one of the oldest houses in Florida, and the lady in the museum says Dubois too, whatever. But I'm just saying in PA, all in Pennsylvania, it's a Du Bois, Pennsylvania. It's
Yeah.
one of those places where it's up in the hunting country where all the hunters go, whatever. Every
Yeah.
year they do their hunting, and all the hunting they always say, we're going to Du Bois or whatever.
yeah, well, that's the same. There's one in Wyoming too, and they say, yeah, we're going to go Du Bois and go do some hunting.
Yeah, we're gonna do
It's the same thing
we're
as
gonna do
New
Du
Orleans.
Bois.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Say it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Johnny.
Well, yeah. So anyhow, DeMarco, you've never made to Du Bois yet, did you?
No.
The year you went, you've got to see.
Hoping to
You've
make
got
it.
to
Though.
see Du
Dang
Bois.
kids. Killing me.
And of course, we Marcus always like to go over to Carlin Park because sometimes Du Bois could be a little crowded or whatever with people. But we got our secret spot over at Carlin Park. We have that pavilion number 1 that we have reserved, right?
It's reserved. It's the DroneNation reserved pavilion. Yeah.
And there you could fly over land back there, or you could do a short little hop over A1A and be flying over the ocean. So it's the best of both.
Yep. Yeah.
Of course, these spots could be windy. Last year, one of our first full days there, remember, all of us tried to fly at Carlin, and all of us came down. It was just,
I was getting wind warnings with the Mavic 3 Pro, Rod. I mean, holy cow!
Yeah.
So it was windy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, folks, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, it was kind of abbreviated, and we didn't have all the topics we usually do. But all in all, fair, it's kind of a slow news week anyway, so it was a good week to do a little no agenda. So yeah, so Mark,
good week to talk about trucks.
Yeah, Truck Nation. So be back. Marketing Encounters next Monday. Joe Fotolia here, 9 p.m. So and so. If you have any questions about the O4 Air unit, how to install it in your home built drone, next week's the week to do a little Q&A with Joe. So everybody have a good week. And like Marcus said, if your weather's starting to come around, maybe sneak a couple drone flights in or whatever. And DeMarco, good luck with your tournament this upcoming weekend. Is it local, the tournament, down the street?
Yes, it's local. So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So good luck. And and we'll back. Maybe we'll have some more Mavic 4 news next week. Maybe we won't, or whatever, but who knows? So good night. And
good night.
Yep. See
you. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Where's that end stream button?